Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I just made a post, and I just posted a question that was that what is guiding you? Is fear guiding you, or is faith guiding you? And a lot of people gave the answer that faith is guiding them and not fear is guiding them. So today's video is very important because it's very important to understand the difference between faith and fear, because at times we don't know that the fear is guiding us, but we think the faith is guiding us, and that's why it is very important to get that difference right. So today's video we are going to talk about what is fear, what is faith, what is the difference between the two, and then probably I'll make another video where I'll talk about how can you convert your fear into faith, and also I'll make another video talking about why we were instilled with fear for God, for divine, and for everything. I'm going to make those videos as well. So before I start the video, I will take out card for all of you, like the message for you guys. And also a lot of you are questioning that is Sushant not there anymore, why are you not making videos? So you guys know it, I don't make videos left, right, center. I only make videos when he really wants to say something. The things that he has already said has not yet happened, and probably why he's not connected. I ask him every day, and the moment he would want to, he will really connect, and I will make the video. Till then, just have faith that justice will happen. Okay, so let's just get the message for viewers. Right, singles. What is the message for viewers? Or Sushant, do you want to give any message to viewers? What is the message? Okay, now these are too many cards. I'll probably not pick up all the cards, but maybe I'll not read all the cards fully, but I will read the messages, because I think there are two type of messages that I was asking. I was asking that if soul wants to give any message, like the guides, and if Sushant wants to give any message. So I'm going to kind of read both. The first card says stay connected. It says we are all born connected to the spirit, often known as the divine source, yet many of us has tendency to pull away from the connections. As we journey through life in the physical world, now it is important to reconnect with the source. So definitely the soul is connected with us, and we are needed to connect with the source. Definitely, most definitely, we are needed to connect with the divine. We are needed to connect with the source. Second card is saying we are with you. The spirit has his own ways of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you received care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention and on their loved ones, and often neglect their own concerns and well-being into the process. So I think and the third message is the power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains the fragment of spirit, including you. We are one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. So basically, if I say the message is very clear, the message is that you need to stay connected with each other. And we know that during this time and during COVID times, it is difficult to kind of be connected with each other, but digitally we still can. Thankfully there is internet and everything, and with prayers we can. And that reminds me, I have put a few posts on community post and Twitter and everywhere where I've actually pasted a prayer that we can do 7 p.m. every day for at least 21 days to send some good positive vibes into the universe. So if you can please do that, it will be helpful. If you can share that with all your loved ones, that will be even better. So as many people as participate in it, the better it is. We are not going to do it online and all of that, and you don't have to have your cameras on and all of that. You can do that in your own atmosphere, in the comfort of your own house, in your own way. Just if you can use those words in the prayer, that will be beautiful. So just be connected to each other. Give care to your loved ones like you received when you were born. At the same time, care for yourself, and know that soul is connected to all of us. So this is one message that I have for you guys. And second, I think these are words from Sushant, so I will just say these as is, as they have come. The first card is support, and it says that we will learn. Some people come in our life who support us forever. Some people come, they go back. Some people come, they go back, and they come back. And that's how our lessons are. That's how our learnings are. But we need to know that support is always there, and probably he would want all of us to be there and know that he's also there. The second card is serenity. It says that the most important relationship that you have is with yourself. Don't have any negative feelings. Let go of all negativity. Let go of all the past issues and be serene. Be with your energy. Third card is vulnerability, and it says that if you're feeling vulnerable, if your heart is feeling a lot of emotions, don't worry about it. It's not a negative feeling. Just be with yourself. Just love yourself, and just know that at times these energies come and these energies go, but they are not negative energies if you nurture them correctly. Another card is soul solitude, and it says your soul needs attention, and it says that there are moments when it is important to get away or just from the noise of outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time for you. Maybe he's giving us all that time where we reflect on things, and that is why there is a delay, because we need to reflect on things. We need to get awakened and help him do this. The last card that I have is beautiful. It says choices. It says when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You will be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that is inside you and apply it positively and constructively to the outside world. So just believe in your own self. Know that whatever has happened or is happening in your life, or has happened or is happening in his life, it's all because of divine, because of things to be worked out in the same way as they were supposed to. And yes, everything will fall into place. Break the chain. Yeah, we need to break the chain at this point in time, and I think once we break the chain is when everything else will fall in place, and will probably get to the justice sooner than later. That's the I'm not going to read much right now into it. I just want to get to the basic video that we were making, which is fear or faith. What does guide you? So faith is, and I want to start with the story. There was a village, and I'm sure a lot of you would know the story already. So there was a village where there was no rains from a long time. So everyone gathered in a temple, and they wanted to pray so that the rain starts. So a lot of people came for the prayers. Only one child came with an umbrella. That's what faith is. He had the faith that it will rain, and that's why he carried an umbrella. So similarly, a lot of us say we have faith, but we don't have it. We have doubts inside. Now, when I'm talking about doubts, a lot of people will say that, I'm talking about that we shouldn't question, we should just follow things, we should not have doubts, not questions. That's not faith. That's not faith. That's actually being dumb. That's actually being stupid. Because I've already made few videos where I've spoken about positivity and stupidity. There is very small difference between the two. Similarly, there is a difference between faith and being blindfolded, being blindly believing in something. And the difference in positivity or in stupidity or in this situation is that if you're walking and say there is a pit in front of you, it's a very, very deep hole in front of you. If you sit there and if you start crying and start worrying about that you can never get to the other side and what will happen and all of that, that's fear. That makes you stuck there. That makes you get into all negative emotions. If you think that, I'll close my eyes, I'll be positive, I'll cross this and I'll keep walking, you will be stupid, because you will fall into it. You will not cross it, because that's stupidity. But if you sit there and if you logically think that, okay, what is it that I can do to cross over this? Maybe there is some kind of like a branch of the tree, or there is some kind of wooden something that I can use and I can actually cross over, or is there any other path that I can take and I can get to the other side? That's when you have faith. You have faith that you will be getting to the other side, and that's why you're looking at the possibilities. You're looking at what is it that you can do. You're looking at solutions. That's the faith. That's the difference between faith, fear. That's the difference between positivity and stupidity. And that's what what you have to know, that's what you have to understand. So if I am, or anybody for that matter, is telling you something, is telling you or is guiding you towards something, and if you want to have questions, if you want to ask questions, you can very well ask questions, because logical questions should always be welcomed. It's not that you don't have fear, maybe you don't have faith, maybe you want to know more, maybe because you have faith you want to know more, you want to get deeper into it, and it's always a good thing to ask questions. Vis-a-vis, if somebody is saying something and you don't want to ask questions, or you don't want to get in deeper into it, but you want to abuse that person, or you don't want to listen to it at all, you want to reject all theories right away, that's when you are living under fear. That's where you're living under negativity, because you're not open to listen to options, you're not open to listen to solutions, or you're not open to go to anything that is positive. So that is the difference that you will have to understand and move forward with that difference. Another thing is, where does fear come from? That's the first thing, because when we are born, we are not born as fearful, we are born as very, very faithful, we are born as very, very somebody who believes, somebody who has all the faith in the divine, and we know our plan and everything. So that is why when a child is born, whoever is the adult taking care of the child completely believes in that adult. So whatever you give that child to eat, whatever you do that to that child, the child is completely with you. Even if you make the child like play while pushing him upwards or making him jump or something, the child laughs, because the child has a faith that he'll not fall, you will not let him fall. So that's the faith that is there. And because we live in the world where there is so much of crime, there's so many negative things, there is fear that we start instilling our kids with fear. And you would say that yes, absolutely it is, and I would agree that it is absolutely necessary to make them prepared for the world outside. But how do you make them prepare for the world outside is a very, very important thing. If you tell them that the world is bad, money is bad, you will have to work hard, you will not have this, you will not have that, this will not come easily, people will betray you, that's how people are, you will get molested, you will get this, that is, you are instilling fear in that person, and that's where it all starts from. That's where it all, from the childhood, the fear is instilled in us. That's where it all starts from, and that's where it can be healed from as well. Not that you don't have to make your children aware of things, not that you don't have to be aware of things, but you have to be aware of them in a positive way and also in a solution oriented way. I can share one example. I have a daughter who's 2.5 years old, and we know that there is so much of molestation, even family members end up doing things, and we cannot trust anybody, and the situation is like that, or the world is like that at this point in time, and all those things. So yes, I am very well aware of that. Now there are two ways I can deal with it. One, I can instill all that fear in my child, that people can molest you, they can do bad things to you, you have to be aware, you don't have to go to anyone, so I can do all of that. Or what I can do is what I've done with my child. So I started educating her about her body parts from the very beginning, like from she was like few months or to like around 8-9 months to a year old. I started educating her about her body parts, and I actually included genitals in it as well. So I started educating her about it, and then by now she knows. And actually when she was 1 year or 1.5 years, she knew that genitals are something where nobody should touch, or nobody is allowed to touch, and even only mama can touch it when she's making her bathe, or when she's actually doing changing her clothes, or anything like important. Otherwise nobody can touch there, and she knows that if anybody touches there, she has to scream and she has to tell mama or papa. But she's not scared of it. She has no idea about anything scary attached to it. Now what happens is, when you scare the child, she's educated. She can, if God forbids this happens to her at all, she will be able to kind of resist it. She will be able to tell about it, but she's not fearful. When we make our child fearful about something, that's what the child is mostly thinking about, because that child is mostly afraid about that, and that's what the child will attract in her or his life. And that's what happens with everyone, each of us. When we are fearful about something, we actually attract that thing in our life, because we are sending so much of energy to that particular thing. Same is true with the COVID situation. Now there are so many things that are floating around COVID, that whatever, I'll not get into those, but there are a lot of theories that are floating about COVID. My question to you is, can you do anything about it? Do you have a solution to it? If yes, go ahead, apply the solution. If no, follow what you have to follow. But don't get fearful, don't get into fear, because that's not going to lead to anything. Rather than then replace the fear with faith. Now, one very important fear that all of us have is fear of death. You know, we are all afraid of death, and that's the basic reason for all other fears in our life, the death. Now, we die every night. When we sleep, we are as good as we are dead. We don't know if we are going to breathe, if we are going to wake up the next day. Nothing. We don't know anything at all. And we are all mortals. We are all going to die one day. And that is why, if you accept yourself as a soul, I'm going to make a video, how do you accept yourself as a soul. But if you accept yourself as a soul, ultimately that fear of death will go away, and if that goes away, there is no other fear that can rule you. Second, somebody had put a message that we are not afraid of losing our life, we are afraid of losing our loved ones. But when you understand that you don't lose anybody, you will never be afraid. You cannot have any choice, control anything over your or anybody else's life. When they have to go, whether it is COVID or whether it is an accident or whether it is a flood, they will go. But at the same time, again, if you're saying that, that doesn't mean that I'm telling you not to question it. No, I'm not saying that. The only thing I'm saying is that when you have to choose between faith and fear, choose faith. And faith means if you have a solution, you apply that solution. If you can go for a solution, if you can give others solution, amazing, go ahead, do that. But if you know that if there is no solution to it, then there is no problem. Then don't be afraid. Then at least live your life. That's very, very, very important for you guys. I hope this video kind of helps you. I'm not sure if there was anything else that I wanted to cover in this video, but I hope this video helps you to understand that you don't have to be fearful, but you have to have faith. Faith is something that will increase the positivity, it will increase the positive vibrations, it will increase the positive energy, and the more the positive energy is, the less the negative energy is, and the negative changes into positive. But if you are ruled with fear, the more the negative energy is, the more you attract the negative energy, and the more you are making the negative energy stronger. Now, choice is yours. Do you want to make that devil or Satan or whatever stronger, or do you want that energy to be weakened? And make a wise choice. That's what I will tell you. And let's just take out card for you guys in the end. Message. Wow. Okay, the card is number 10. We love number 10, isn't it? It's called Unfinished Symphony, and I'm going to read this card out to you. I think that will have, okay, so this says unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, need to make amends. This is the time to tie up loose ends as you near a completion of a cycle or a project and a mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you may move forward, it is important that you come in terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and your answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you are leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. That is why, see, again, now this is also the same thing, that it is very, very useless to procrastinate. It is very, very useless to think about this might happen, this might not happen, this might not happen. It is very useless to be bothering about or to be thinking about things that are not working out. And it is very important to see what is the learning, what have you learned, what are your lessons, and complete the symphony. And there is a change of era that is happening, guys. It is happening. We accept it, we don't accept it, it is happening, and everything is divinely guided. Everything, ultimately, whatever we do, even if we take a step and we fall somewhere, it is divinely guided because we have a learning in it. So please focus on that learning. Please stay positive. Please be moving ahead with faith and not fear. And if you like this video, please share it with everyone. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.